Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nettie here. Well, today I'm back in my bedroom and it's part 2 of my packing series. So today I'm just going to show you, how I put all of the clothes that I selected for my trip into my bag and also what I take with me on my carry-on. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so first we have the luggage that I've chosen. And this is something that I bought before I went to Europe last year. And it's a very light carry-on piece of luggage. And the name of this luggage is, it's a Delsey, and it is called the Lightweight Delsey. And it is perfect for carry-on and overhead. So let's just put everything in here that I selected, and I'll show you how I do that. My shoes in a little dust bag. I also put all of my underwear and my bras in a dust bag as well. And this also helps for dirty laundry at the end of the trip. This carry-on also has an extra luggage area in the front. So in the front portion of my suitcase, I put all of my essentials in a toiletry pouch and put that in that section. So I've had this for ages and it's really old now and I should look at getting something else, but it's just such a great little piece to have when you're traveling, and I love it. It comes with 3 sections. And in the bottom section, I put all my, my face creams, my facial wash, deodorant, face wipes. I have like stuff for hair in here. I have my, face serums, and I always bring some Q-tips and cotton squares and Band-Aids and toothbrush, tweezers, dental floss, razor, and just some little perfumes. But what I like about this item is once you zip it up, it folds up really nicely like this, and I just stick it in that front section. But when I get to my destination, I can just unravel it, and it has a little tie here. And I just normally tie it to the doorknob of any of the bathroom areas, or in this case I'm going to my mother's house, and I just tie it to the doorknob of her bathroom, and then I just have all of my things nice and neat and tidy. I don't have to, put her out, use up, some space on her counter. So I just love this little piece. So that just fits right in the center portion of this suitcase. And this suitcase is super light, holds a lot, and I was just really happy with this, and can't say enough about this type of suitcase. But as you can see, everything that I selected to wear fits right in here. So the only thing that I didn't put in my suitcase, as you can tell, was this dress. And normally, Bob always takes a big carry-on, like a folding satchel, which he puts his clothes in. And I usually always stick my dress in there because that just kind of folds up and doesn't wrinkle anything. And this dress wrinkles, so otherwise I would put it in my suitcase and just probably roll it up in tissue paper or something like that. Because I find when you roll clothes in tissue paper, it wrinkles less. Also, another little tip that I would suggest to everybody is when you're traveling with jewelry, make sure you have either a little jewelry pouch or a special little jewelry bag. I always just use a little bit of just a spare pouch that I have. And I have several of these from jewelry that I've collected over the years. But this time around, I'm only going to be taking a couple pieces of jewelry. Mainly I wear my diamond studs all the time. I'm going to be wearing this necklace with me. I'll have my rings on that I'm going to take with me. That way I don't have to, you know, pack them or anything. But the one little thing is I'm just going to take this little necklace and I'm going to take my Hermes, whoops, I'm going to take my Hermes Click H. And what I'll do is I'll just put them both in this little pouch. And this little pouch, I never pack my jewelry in my suitcase. Ever, ever. I learned from a really bad experience having packed some jewelry in my luggage once. And I wasn't intending on checking it in, but at the last minute, the airport, they had, that was the time of the shoe bomber, and they were telling everybody that they could not take anything on the plane with them. They only could take their purse. So I was in a rush. I checked my bag, and inside my bag was my jewelry. So long story short, somebody stole things out of my luggage, and I lost some of my jewelry. So ever since then, my mother told me, never put your jewelry in your luggage. Always carry it with you in your purse that you actually have on you. So ever since then, I make sure I travel with the minimum amount of jewelry, stuff that I don't mind if it, you know, if something happens to it. And I always put it in my bag. So in this case, I'm going to be taking my Chanel, and I will just be putting it right in here. This little bit of jewelry that I have, I'll just be putting it right on the top of my bag there and carrying it with me. So the bag I'm going to be taking on my trip is my Chanel Mini. And let me just show you how I pack it and what I'm going to be taking with me. So I'm going to be taking my little Chanel zippy coin purse. If anybody is looking for a great little starter piece for Chanel, these are by far the best. I love this little piece, and I've used it so much. I took it to Europe with me, and I always take it when I travel with my small little bags. It's just carries so much, and it's just great. I love it. And it has the nice zipper for security. But in here, you can see, I just have a bunch of credit cards, and I have my driver's license and my health card, and then I have just a bunch of money. And, you know, I always really try and downsize. I don't take anything that I don't need. I don't take like anything that's in my large wallet. I just leave it at home. I just think, you know, when you're traveling, the least amount of stuff you take with you, that's the best thing, because then it can't be lost or stolen, and you just have less to worry about. So just a tip, but that's all I take. So I'm just going to stick it into my bag. And then I'm going to take my little round zippy coin purse, and this has my earbuds and my power cord for my phone. Stick it in there. And then I'm going to just take two lippies. One is the Dior Lip Glow, and the other one is the Dior, and this is number 266. It's called Delight. And it's just a very nice, I'm actually wearing it right now. It's just a very nice light texture lipstick, and it's just very sheer. So that is what I take there. I just stick them in there and everything fits. I always take a little extra hairband with me, so I will just stick it into my purse so that I have it if I need it. And I will also be taking my glasses, and I put them in a soft pouch whenever I carry my minis so that they don't scratch up, and it just saves a lot of room by doing that. And I just put it right there on top, and you can see. And then in this case, I am going to be bringing my little bit of jewelry that I'm going to be taking with me, and I'll just put it right on top here. That all fits in my little mini. And as soon as I get to my mom's place, obviously I'll take the jewelry out. Right now it's a little tight But that's how I pack it up, and I will put it in my other carry-on with me. Another thing I take in my larger handbag is my little cosmetic case. So I always keep it separate because, you know, when you're traveling through the airport, if you want to do a little touch-up in the bathroom, instead of taking it out of your luggage, I just have it easy in my either my large handbag or, which I'll show you in a second, just a larger tote that I'm taking with me. And inside my cosmetic case, I just have all of my regular cosmetics. I have, you know, like I said, I don't wear that much, so I don't have to worry about taking too much with me. Plus, I'm going to my mother's house, so anything that I might need, she probably has, so I don't worry about taking too much. But this is what I just normally take with me on any trip. And I've just got mascara and my little Bobbi Brown compact. I've got a Dior eyeshadow palette, just one. I've got my NARS blush with me. I've got a couple of little pencils, eye pencils, and that is about it. That's all I take with me. Just keep it really simple when I'm traveling. So the large tote that I was telling you about, this is it. I always take this large tote with me, and you're probably wondering why I take it, because it's just huge. But I normally take this big bag, and it's kind of like a plasticky tote bag, and I got it from some conference that I went to, and I have used it year after year after year because it just fits everything I need, and it fits perfectly underneath the seat of the airplane. And I also use it to put my feet on because when you're a short person like me, sometimes my feet don't quite touch the floor. And when you're traveling long distances, the underside of your legs, you get a lot of pressure if they don't quite touch the ground. And so a lot of times I'll either wear a platform shoe when I know that I'm going to be traveling, or this bag is great because I just put my feet up on it, and it's like for, you know, it relieves any of the pressure off the underside of my legs. So those are just like some of the weird things about being short when you're traveling. But I managed to get around it. And so this bag, it's huge, but it fits perfect. And I always put everything that Bob and I need for traveling in here. Specifically, I'll just share with you what I have, how I have it packed right now. And you can, here, let me just give you a view of what's all in here right now. I don't know that you guys can see, but inside this bag, I have my book, which I will be reading. And if you're interested, I'm reading the Harry Potter series. So Sam, if you're watching, I'm going to be catching up on Harry Potter. We've got a bunch of magazines here, and Bob bought a bunch of car magazines, so we stick that in this bag as well. And also inside here, Bob and I, we eat a lot of gluten-free stuff, and there's some stuff that we just like to have on hand, and we can't get it in Canada. So I have two different types of crackers. They're just ones that we always like to snack on, and they're gluten-free and wheat-free, so we just love them. And then I just have a little thing of cookies, and these are also gluten-free ginger snaps. Bob loves them, so I take those for him. And for me, these are just, I love these. These are rice cakes, and they have a little drizzle of dark chocolate over top of them. So these are also gluten-free, and we just grab them. They're nice to snack on when there's nothing else around. And then inside here I have a little gift for my mother, and then also in this big bag I will be putting my Chanel Mini, and also I will be putting my, my little cosmetic case. And that all fits in here perfectly well, and you know, and I will still have room on the way back because the gift will be coming out and maybe something else will be coming back with me. So this bag just was great. I took it to Europe with me, and you know, I would say this is comparable to a Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM, and I'm still on the fence about getting the GM or not for travel, just because this bag is just, it's obviously waterproof, and I don't worry putting my feet on it, and if it gets wrecked, I'm not worried at all. You know, when I travel, I love to bring things that are very low maintenance and that aren't going to get ruined. If I'm traveling by car, then I will probably take my Neverfull or something like that, because it's not going to get you know, pushed around or have to go through, you know, the metal detectors and the scanners. But when I'm traveling in the airports, you know, I just like to carry around things that I know will protect my other items that are a little bit better. Anyways, that is all that I'm taking on my trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit all over the place, but that's how I'm going to be packing. Anyways, I will be vlogging a little bit, and I'm going to have a couple of meetups in Vancouver, so stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.